Hey, what if I tell you, you are already very funny just as you are, even if you don't believe it, even if at this point it's only hidden potential just yet. But the thing is, we as human beings, we all have a funny bone. And humor is in the core of our human connections. So yes, you are funny. Now, the question is, how can you maximize it? Or how can you make it from hidden to shown? How can you bring it out in a more organic, authentic way and make it have a bigger impact on your life and on others? So that's why I'm here to give you this 3-part video series on how to become a funnier and more authentic version of yourself. And this video, part 1, tackles actually the most important aspect of all this, is cultivating a comedic perspective. Now, what is a perspective? Perspectives, I mean, come on, life is all about perspectives, right? It's how you view the world, your thoughts, opinions, your takes on things, right? Remember, your takes on things, your takes on life events, on people around you, on their choices, whatever. It's your takes. Now, what is a comedic perspective? Like, how do you know it's funny? Forget about the funny. You already are funny. I want you to think about what is authentic to you in the first place. Why do I emphasize the authenticity? Here's the thing. We tend to minimize ourselves or dim our lights as we were growing up because our parents probably at some points scolded us for being too much, too big, too difficult, too sensitive, too adjective, you fill in the blank, right? Does it sound familiar? It certainly sounds familiar to me. So because you were quote unquote blamed, you thought there was something wrong with you, or there's something wrong with certain way you behave or you think or you act. So you will take that part out. You hide that part of yourself, or you hide certain opinions that you have. You hide your authenticity. Let's put it that way. That's the real authenticity, okay? You hide it for the society's approval, or at least in your childhood, for your parents' approval. Because you need that attachment with your parents. So you have to hide those parts that they disapprove of. Now, who gets to decide you are too much, too big, or too sensitive? Your parents. Maybe that's just their view. But hey, you are a fully functioning adult and you're living your own life, right? So now it's now it's time to bring those parts back to you and own it as your core gift. That is a gift, okay? That is a gift of your soul. So this whole process is actually about regaining the access of your soul and putting those lost pieces together back to the original you, so that you become a more truer, authentic version of yourself. Now, how can we do this? It's easy, but also not easy. First, I would like you to keep a mindful journal of just how you look at things, how you think of something. If you're mad, say, well, I am mad because X, Y, and Z, and why this annoys me, right? Just be very mindful of what makes you tick, or what makes you react, what elicits certain feelings in you. Just be very mindful of that. This practice will help you become super aware of your feelings and emotions, okay? Now, that's part of developing your self-awareness. It's also part of developing your emotional mastery, because you have to understand your emotions to gain control over them, to become a more mature adult, right? So that's number 1, is to keep a mindful journaling. I do have a video on that. Find it on the link, the 3 types of journaling techniques. You will find it very helpful. Now, the second part is, okay, it's a little risky, but you can take risks, right? Yes, I believe you can. It's a little risky. From now on, if you pause the video at this moment, go out into your life, into the world, and start expressing your opinions. Now, I don't want you to go out and judge people. Okay, even if you do have judgmental thoughts, keep them to yourself, keep them in journals, and you don't need to say them. But be mindful of them, because those are funny thoughts. Yeah. So how do you express your opinions? Become more assertive. Ask for what you want. Give people a genuine compliment. Right? These are all the things that make you come up with opinions on the spot. And the reason I want you to do this is because, first, it practices your social skills. You are going to be more social. You are going to be more observant. And you are also going to be more present with your day-to-day life, moment-to-moment awareness of what's happening inside of you and with the world that is around you. Okay? That's how you develop these opinions. You have them, you express them. Now, nobody's going to shush you unless you're really being a pain in the ass, which is a different story. I trust that you're not, right? But start developing those opinions, even if they are weird. How do you know they are weird? Okay, I'll give you an example. I don't know if you've watched the Big Bang series, right? Can you be even more weird than Sheldon Cooper? He is the epitome of the weird geek, OCD, ADHD, I don't know. Just a whole bunch of things, like a typical man-child, right? The most annoying, socially inept person ever. So that is the level of weirdness. That's what makes him funny, right? So I want you to bring up, you're not going to be as weird as him, but I do want you to start noticing that kind of weirdness. Like, what makes you, why is this part of me different from others, right? Oh, did I say something weird? Did I say something awkward? Like, in those awkward moments, there lies gold of your personality. So I want you to embrace all these and start expressing your opinions, your truthful opinions, as you live your life. Remember, I said as you live your life. So yes, you gotta live a life, okay? You can't just be sitting home all day and coming up with all fantasy sorts and thinking. No, go out into the world, interact with people, start expressing your opinions and embrace your awkwardness, but just be mindful that, yeah, you have that part in you, right? You have those weird thoughts, perspectives, and how you look at the world. Just be mindful of that and keep a journal. As you go on, one day at a time, you will start to find your perspective and what makes you tick. This will help you gain a much deeper understanding of yourself and also help you be a more assertive, authentic version of you, because, hello, nobody's going to shush you anymore. There is no shame. There is no shame in expressing your opinions, as long as, just respect others. It also helps you become bolder, make bolder choices, okay? Be more decisive. This will be helpful for that. And then you will start to find the funny in it. But we will save that for our next 2 videos. I will teach you what to do next. But this is the beginning of this process. Also, if you like to watch comedy, especially like comedy TV shows, comedy movies, pay attention to how the characters express their thoughts and opinions. Just pay attention. You don't need to analyze them like I do. No, you don't. Just pay attention and you will find out. Okay? Find out their perspectives. Yeah, just be very curious. Also find out your friends and family's perspectives. Be curious, ask questions, express your opinions, encourage them to express their opinions. You will figure it out. All right. If you like my videos, do not forget to hit like, share, comment, whatever. Subscribe, okay? Please, pretty please, subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.